What's up guys, Robin666 here, back with a new video for the channel. So yesterday I was going through Twitter, as you do, and there was this person with a rabbit as their profile picture. Clearly a fairy, but that's besides the point. I noticed something very stupid about this account and I want to rant about it on this video. See, this dude had any pronouns on his bio. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, these pronoun things are fucking cringe. What do you mean they, them? That doesn't make sense grammatically speaking. It makes me want to drink bleach. It is literally so cringe-worthy, it gives me crancer, which means cringe and cancer. Now please don't harass this person, I will leave a link to his account in the description, but please don't harass him because he is, and I quote, neurodivergent and a minor. I don't know what neurodivergent means, but it's probably a new gender or something. Roasted! You should drink bleach, you hard piece of shit, very fat.
Oh shit, my bad guys. Here's the actual video.
Pronouns have been a thing since the dawn of language as far as I'm aware, but as long as we're concerned, the main discourse around them began back in the 2010s, with the rise and exposure of the LGBT community and gender non-conforming individuals at a global scale. It's not like we didn't know what a preferred pronoun was before then, but the concept became somewhat mainstream around that time. At first, it was seen as a dumb Tumblr thing, but nowadays they seem to be a lot more respected, which is a good thing. As a person who's really struggled with their gender identity for years, being able to live in a world that, for the most part, doesn't look at me weird for being okay with he, she, or they is a really good feeling. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like every single bit of discourse around pronouns and preferred pronouns is complete boomer shit, because there are a few little nuances to the topic, and people love to avoid these for some reason, but I'll be discussing most of them for this video. From the controversial usage of singular they, to it pronouns, to the neopronouns craze, and more. Do you smell that? Yeah, it's bridges burning. Now, first of all, let me tell you that I really love the pronoun they. It makes me feel very fuzzy inside because it's not very manly, but it's not very girly either. So it really fits me because, I mean, look at me. But I do understand why a lot of people get super confused at it. To a lot of them, it just doesn't make any sense grammatically speaking to call one person something that is usually reserved for groups of two or more persons. And as I said before, this preferred pronouns thing and singular they have been around for a while, but they're just now beginning to become mainstream. And new shit tends to be very scary and hard to understand for older people. If someone doesn't know what the fuck a they them in a Twitter bio means, then it's not really malice or downright transphobia in my eyes, as much as it is just blatant ignorance. And that can easily be cured by some quick research, which does not mean reading a 10-paragraph card, by the way. There's also quite a lot of languages where they literally does not work as a neutral pronoun, like my native one, Spanish, for example, which is famously not gender neutral at all, and this happens with a lot of languages around the world, or around the flat earth, if that's what you believe in. I even have different pronouns depending on the language because of this. I use he, she, they in English and just he and she in Spanish, and I'm fine with that. So if somebody doesn't know what a they, them even is, teach them. Don't automatically assume they hate all trans people or something. And on the topic of hating trans people, neopronouns. Yeah. I swear this transition will make sense in just a second. Okay, let me tell you, nothing I say about neopronouns is going to make everyone happy, because this is a very polarizing issue. If you dislike them, you're seen as an ableist, and if you respect them, you're seen as a bigot to the trans people who think neopronouns are offensive and an infantilization of their struggles. You're either a bigot or a cuck, so pick your poison. But what even are neopronouns? Well, they're a type of pronoun that does not have anything to do with he, she, or they. You know, the weird ones that sound kinda alien and hippie-ish. Like zir, zem, pear, z, and pizza. Pizza self. I'm not kidding there.
We even got a secret handshake, and pizza loves the music that my band makes. I know I'm young, but if I had to choose pizza or sun, I'd be one nocturnal son of a gun.
Now, the alien ones, while I don't like using them personally on myself, I do respect them, and I guess I can use them if he or she are completely off the table. But the funny ones like pizza self, pop self, dream self, etc. Yeah, like what the fuck? Most of these are used by neurodivergent people, like those who suffer from autism, and when it's mixed with gender dysphoria, it can lead to them using hyperfixations as part of their gender identity. That's a mouthful. This is why we see a lot of pronouns based on media, objects, or even just abstract concepts, which these people feel a sort of connection to. I guess I can respect the more normal sounding ones if they're not too intrusive, but I'm not just gonna use kitty or fucking puppy or god self pronouns when I can just use one of the normal ones like, they. Just use they or something, I'm begging you. There's a few websites that actually let you list out your preferred pronouns, like Pronouny for example, and I've seen some really weird shit in there. Like, look at these fantastic emoji pronouns. How the fuck do you even pronounce these? Oh my god. Here's an open question to the LGBT community as a whole. Where the fuck do we draw the line? At what point do they become disrespectful to the trans community? Is having Nazi self pronouns okay? Don't preach equality if you're making unpronounceable pronouns, man. Side note, neopronouns are often related to xenogenders, which are a completely different kind of worms. And I guess I'll talk about them if I ever make a video exclusively about gender. So, wait. I just got a message from Robin666.
Hello guys, Robin666 here, and the reason why I hate pronouns is
Yeah, we are not doing that, so...
But Blinder, you just said you're supposed to listen to these people and understand them.
Alright, I guess I'll give him a chance.
The reason why I hate pronouns is because they're confusing. Whenever I see any pronouns, I don't know which one to use. Because you probably have a favorite pronoun. There's no way they like them all at the same. That's what I'm trying to get at. Well, yeah, I like she a lot, for example, but it tends to change. So maybe I feel like a girl and you use he on me and that hurts my feelings, but you don't think it did because I have any pronouns on my bio, which sorta implies you can use any on me all the time. So maybe I should update it every once in a while? Question mark? yes. Yes, you should. Stupid fairy bitch. Drink bleach, by the way.
Okay, yeah, beautiful, amazing, fantastic. Anyways, so what if you don't want to be labeled as a man, a woman, a person, or a fucking puppy? Well, you can just be a thing. Welcome it and its pronouns. Now, I don't really have an issue with these the same way I do with the weirder side of neopronouns, but they just kinda confuse me a little bit, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Like, I was joking when I said you can be a thing, but is that actually the purpose of these pronouns? I mean, we usually reserve it for inanimate objects, so maybe by using them you're saying you're disconnected from the other, let's say, more human-like pronouns. But yeah, you can share pronouns with a fucking chair for all I care. It's not the worst thing in the world. Besides, I'm a bunny. And occasionally, a motivational speaker. Okay, but at the end of the day, we are all human. For the most part. And we cannot let one-syllable words define who we are. For the most part. Right? So go out and be yourself. Do whatever makes you happy, even if it means using weird, unorthodox language. Even if it means not even having pronouns and just using your name instead or some shit. The people you love will stick around for you, and the people who don't are probably better off without you anyway. Be yourself, motherfuckers! Just please cut it with the emoji pronouns, that's just too much.
Speech, Blinder.
Thanks, Kamen. I barely rehearsed it. Hey, what even are your pronouns, by the way?
Oh, good question. I identify with come self.
Yeah, I don't think the bridges are the only thing getting burned today.